The Taliban, or students in the Pashto language, are back in power. But the Islamist militant movement has been a constant presence in Afghanistan for close to 3 decades. The Taliban emerged in the early 1990s. They preached a hardline form of Sunni Islam in border areas of both Afghanistan and neighbouring Pakistan, and promised to enforce their own strict version of Sharia law when they came to power. It was in Afghanistan where the Taliban's influence spread quickly. By 1996, they'd captured the capital Kabul and overthrown the then president. Only a small part of the country remained outside their control, and the vast majority of the international community did not recognise them as a legitimate government. The Taliban's brutal regime included severe punishments such as public executions and amputations. Women's rights were restricted. They had to wear burqas in public and were not allowed to pursue an education past the age of 10. Music, television and movies were also banned. In 2001, the Taliban were accused of providing a sanctuary for those suspected of being behind the September 11th attacks, Osama bin Laden and his al-Qaeda terror group. Several weeks later, a US-led coalition launched an offensive that resulted in the collapse of the Taliban regime. In the years that followed, the Islamist militant movement's influence spread again. Large parts of Afghanistan were marred by violence. Since 2016, religious cleric Hibatullah Akhundzada has led the Taliban. He's part of the extremist Islamist movement's founding generation. He heads at least 60,000 fighters, with the younger generation being mostly born in Afghanistan and described as more nationalistic. Another key player is the Taliban co-founder Abdul Ghani Baradar. In 2020, and after years of talks, a peace deal was struck between the US and the Taliban. But questions were raised over the Islamist movement's intentions as they continued to carry out attacks, particularly targeting public figures such as judges and journalists. Afghan officials had warned that the withdrawal of international troops would result in the Taliban quickly returning to power. Afghanistan's future, for now at least, appears unpredictable.